how different life would be if people behave like that in general anyway.
I'm finding that they do, Sophia. I really am finding that they do. I met Susan Stafford just 2 years ago, and she has opened up a world for me here in Las Vegas, and I hope I'm trying to do the same for her. But everyone that we've come in contact with together that stuck around more than 5 minutes, it has become something that is greater than I could ever anticipate. And that is more from the perspective of God's love. And from her came this website. It's called modernarmyofgod.com, modernarmyofgod.com. That came directly from my association with her. And on that site, what we're trying to do is fill the world with prayer, just to make it a better place. There's no profit associated with it. There's no, hey, look what I got over here. It's just a simple thing we're putting up. We'll see how it works. If it's good, it'll stay. If not, it won't. But that's because of people like Susan. So Susan, thank you very much.
Well, I thank you very much. And by the way, we do have a problem with Del, everybody. I want you to know there is a problem, or maybe it's just my problem, but he goes so fast from one thing to the next thing. I can't keep up with him. I really can't. I mean, Annabelle and Teresa, I mean, how do you do it? How do you keep up?
There's a technique.
Oh, I guess it must
It's
be.
a lot worse by telephone, I can tell you that.
Hey, how is it that Malia's in San Francisco right now?
I'm everywhere, Del. I'm everywhere.
You're
Happy
amazing.
birthday.
Hey, Mama, you're amazing.
I just want to say thank you because you're always so supportive to me, and tell you how much I love you and Teresa.
I love you back.
I love her a little bit more now.
Hey, who doesn't? I'm used to it. That's fine with me.
No, but you're always so great, and you're always looking out for people, and I really appreciate that about you. And knowing that about you have made me a better person. So I just want to say thank you. All right, and I love you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Mama. I'll see you soon.
That's the last compliment you get this year, I promise.
That's one too many. That's all I needed.
See what I'm doing.
When you come from Hollywood or been in Hollywood 40 years or so, you don't really so much trust people after a while. Have y'all noticed that? And when I met Del and Teresa at the mail house, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like one of your friends said that, I don't know which one it was, that said it was like knowing you forever. And that trust has died in me, thank you, God. But when you instantly care about someone, you start wondering, is this safe? Is this all right? That's because you've been kicked around a little bit, maybe. Mm-hmm. But all of you have said is true. And of course, he and Teresa brought Annabelle over to the house, and to meet her is to die. And so, I mean, it's just, there's a lot of love, real love, trust, caring about each other. And I've never been to a festival. I've been to many festivals like this ever before. Thank you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you very much.
You're doing great things, Del.
So I just want to ask, did you guys mention earlier, did you say that AOF is going to be going a lot like live streaming as well?
No, live. It's a live show. July 26th through August 1st at the Galaxy Theaters in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, gotcha. Live in person is what you're saying.
Yeah, live in person, yeah.
Now, Del, and I wouldn't put it past you two, but have you played with the idea of having it streaming live as well?
We will have a streaming component this year as well for some of the seminars, some of the special film screenings, and then some of the special events that we're doing. There will be some of that.
That's cool, because the vibe that you guys give off is just so contagious that I think it just would be phenomenal to be able to have that streaming of quality, where the people who can't make it, who live out in Bangladesh or wherever, they can't make it in, but they can be there, they can still feel that vibe. And
I thought one of the hostesses was going to be here tonight. I thought Erin Miracle was going to host. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to see her or say hi to her, but I think she's on here. Well, I haven't seen her, so maybe you can't tell. And then also the great Shannon Murray is going to be hosting a lot of the event films, and she'll be a lot of the
They need Wayne Allen's phone number.
filmmakers.
So Del, you said that Erin Miracle is a hostess. I see her down there in the bottom left-hand corner. She's muted right now, but so you're a hostess, Erin. You're going to be at the fest.
I am. I'm the first lady of the AOF, and I have a film festival, Miracle Makers International Film Festival.
Wait,
15.
15.
Yeah, 15. Because that's what is required as far as we're concerned. I mean, no film festival incorporates everything that every person would need. But if you're a journalist, you would need Newsfest. If you're into urban, you would need New Cinema. If it's action-based, you'd need AOF. If it's a Hollywood-driven, you need Hollywood Dreams. If it's a quality production that's looking for something higher, that would be TMIF. If it's Asian filmmakers or Asian stories, it's that. If it's a new filmmaker, it's Miracle Makers. If it's an international type of a flavor or a big film that needs release, it's First Frame. So we have everything, you know, and it's across the board. And I hope I didn't leave anybody else. X-World is for international short films. I said it. I love X-World. So there's something for everybody, but there's still more that we'd like to do. And again, when you have that kind of diversity, you can then bring in the producers and directors and distributors who we really want to work with. We've had them our whole career. We've had big stars our whole career as a festival, but now it's a little more full of some other things. And we never were really into the royalty deal, but you know, we actually have a prince coming in from Europe, which is kind of funny, but kind of a cool deal too for people from Europe who celebrate that type of lifestyle. So, you know, it's just more all encompassing but still with its own direction for each show. So there's a uniqueness there that still remains. That's
what I was going to ask you, Del. So do you have like a specific director for each, you know?
Yes, each festival is owned by its own festival director. All we are is a hub. They come to us, we form them into the hub, we give them an opportunity in quality theaters. I mean, most festivals don't take place in quality theaters. They take place in meeting rooms on rental screens. That's not a film festival. That's a non-professional show put together by amateurs to try and create culture in an area. Okay, that's a beautiful thing, but that's not a film festival. And I don't care who you are. If you say it is, then you're not a filmmaker because you don't want your film shown that way. Exactly. I know because my film's been shown that way, and that's what created the AOF partially. So we want to give them the experience to be able to afford the theater, the awards, and give the filmmakers and writer a chance to be seen in the professional, you know, arena. You know, and when you want to attract stars and celebrities, you want to bring them to an exciting city, and that helps us as well. So all these things add up to a better experience. And remember, 33 million people come to Vegas every year for a reason. You know, it's an electric city. It's a place where you can have fun and forget everything else that's going on. And at this time in the world, we need that. A lot of people
and you
do.
can fly in from across the globe.
Fly in
It's the best city.
Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
And also you can submit across the board, right? You can submit your stuff 15 times if it's a fit to those 15 festivals. And instead of having your one moment during like that 3 days of festivals, no, you have like a whole week of a festival. And you like it's multiple festivals.
Just think of it this way. Just think of it this way. Okay, so you submit your film to 10 festivals in 10 different places. It gets accepted once and rejected 9 times.
Right.
So you're going to spend all that money on all those submissions going to that one place. Well, if you come to AOF, if you're accepted through our no risk fee fest, which means you don't have to pay the fees for submission up front. You can send your film without fees. We'll tell you whether we'll accept it or not before you submit. I mean, we're that wagered in. So really? If it's accepted by no risk, all the other festivals would accept it if submitted to those shows. There's no wasted fees. So instead of going to 15 cities and visiting one show each city, you go to one city and visit all 15 shows simultaneously with your work.
And have all the celebrities, have all the panels of all these individuals who have their own thing, and their trust comes back in, you know, that Del has handed over to trusted people, that they bring interesting folks that fit. And it's literally 15 individual, completely different folks in one spot. It's like so dense, the program, and everybody knows everybody. It's amazing.
And Adele, how is everything going? like for the award ceremony, is that going to take place in the theater, or is it going to?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And the beauty about this is, you know, we always like serving these big dinners and things. So we were able to work a deal where the theater actually has a restaurant inside the theater. And all the seats are oversized lounging seats with tables. So everyone will be quite comfortable in their beautiful seats, and they can eat their meal and drink their champagne and watch the show. And when they win their award, they can walk right down. They'll be led to the red carpet. They'll do their speech. They'll walk outside, get their pictures and get their award and come back in and do their thing. But we're going to do it in a way where, you know, it pays homage to a great award show, but still it feels like AOF. And the other big announcement is we've gotten away from our paper awards. We're moving back to the giant big canisters that people love so much. It was a mistake to get away from them, and we've moved back. So there we go. We're back. You can check everything out at actiononfilmfest.com, actiononfilmfest.com.
Yeah, and it's all new, so it's that whoever did it, man, did a great job upgrading it. So
yeah, I met a guy.
Del did it.
I met a guy on the street. He said, "You give me a bag of M&Ms, I'll build your website." I said, "If you get out of my car, I'll build it myself." That's how that happened.
And there you can find those 15 festivals. They all
Yeah,
have
that's
their
where you
own
link to
awards. They
all the
have their own
MegaFest shows.
prizes.
Yeah, that's where you link to all the MegaFest shows. You meet every festival director. You see what their show's about, what genres they focus on, and you can pick and choose what you want. It's not like, you know, you have to say, "Well, I'm only going to do this one thing," because we look for reasons not to accept your film, right? Most festivals look for reasons where they say, "Well, you know, we can't do it because they already have these preconceived notions that you're only supposed to take the check out of the envelope and throw everything else away." We look for every reason we can to accept you. You know, that's our purpose, is to show film and to give writers experiences that they're not going to have otherwise. So we're a little bit different, and I think it's proved that over the years. That's why we've been here for now 18 years with not one major single sponsor. You know, that's not our thing. We are grassroots, and we are, you know, an army of just a few. So, you know, it's a little bit different.
Of the politics, which
yeah,
is
and we
amazing.
don't have all that stuff that comes along with it in quotas that other people have to face. We don't deal with that. You know,
I mean, there's a reason.
Agents
This is
paying money to get people in, and nothing of that. It's solely focused on the people and helping them.
It's so true. This is Christina, and oh my gosh, I just put my kid to bed, so which is why my camera's off and I was on mute for a long time. But no, the reason why, Del, your festival has been around for 16 years is just because of that, because you don't have to answer to anybody. You don't have to bend over backwards to like appease some sponsor. And I love that about you. And the thing is, like, because you've been doing this for 16 years, your network is like no other network. And in this world that we're living in right now, your network is your currency. And you are one of the richest men here because your network is so powerful and your network is so big. And that took you decades to build, right? And it's like, because you are the person that you are, that's the reason why people keep coming back. That's the reason why people want to network with the people that you bring together. Living in, your network is your currency. And I swear, Del.
It's funny you say that, Christina, because one thing that we've always prided ourselves on is we've never paid celebrities to come. You know, we've only made one exception in 17 years of operation to pay anyone ever to come. Just one. And that was a mistake. And we'll never do it again. But people come because they want to be a part of what we're doing, because they're kind. Like, I've been shy to make the announcement because it's, you know, it's one of those things. But there's a guy who ran the Stunt Association for many years. His name is Bob Yerkes. And through Susan Stafford, he doesn't go to award shows. He hasn't been seen for years. And I know that when I make the announcement publicly and put the tickets and pictures up, everybody's going to want to show up and be a part of it. But through Susan, this guy says, listen, if I'm not dead by the time your show rolls around, I'll be there, right? And I mean, it's kind of weird that someone of that stature, who everyone wants to see in that community, is going to show up just because of
you. It's because they love you.
No, it's because of Susan.
No, it's because of the relationship.
But again, that's kind of the power of the AOF, is that people will come support and they'll come show love. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing. And I want to thank all of you for being part of that process.